Welcome to battle number 3 of week number 2 of the FNF Victory Road Draft League Season 2. This battle is pitting Edgar's team, which is Canopy Black Egrets, versus Fire Warriors team, which is Draco Warriors. The Mega Pokemon, actually there are no Mega Pokemon in this battle. No Z Pokemon on Edgar's side, and then Fire Warrior has his 2 Z Pokemon, Porygon with Z Any, and Hydreigon with Z Attack. So this is going to be pretty interesting. I'm actually surprised that neither of the Megas came. I thought that Charizard might come for that Sun, and maybe Houndoom would come to take advantage of Sun, but maybe Charizard didn't want to give Houndoom an advantage, and maybe Houndoom didn't come because Edgar thought Charizard wasn't coming. But that was an interesting choice in team building in both of their sides, so we don't have those strong fire types anymore. One thing I will say is that Sock looks amazing in this matchup right now. Close combat hits everything hard. Even Ribombee will have to watch out if it has access to a rock coverage move. Ribombee is going to have to carry a lot of weight versus Sock for Fire Warrior. I think Fire Warrior is definitely going to want to be aware of Sock. Sock just seems to hit everything very hard. On the flip side, Ribombee does look pretty nice in this matchup. If it gets sticky webs up, it could really help the team a lot. Togekiss and Electros are levitating, but sticky web isn't really super important versus them as much as Sock and Nihilego, I'd say. Terrakion is definitely going to want to eliminate Togekiss right away. And Ribombee can go for Quiver Dancing, but Edgar is looking pretty bulky too, so I'd say that this is actually kind of a tough one for Fire Warrior. We'll see how this plays out. I'm interested to see what Hydreigon does, because it can be pretty decent versus Cough Egregious, for example. And then we also see Nihilego. Nihilego, pretty interesting, frail on the physical side, but can take a lot of hits on the special side. So let's jump right into this matchup and see how it goes. And without further ado, let's begin for leads. I'm going to predict that we see Ferrothorn and Ribombee. Alright, and the match begins. So we do see Chris the Ferrothorn on Edgar's side, and it's actually Kermit the Frogadier who comes out. Maybe Kermit going to go for a taunt. No, it actually goes for the Hidden Power. That is going to be Hidden Power Fire, and the Protean's going to change Kermit to a Fire type. Chris is going to take 27 because of the Aqua Berry, and Thunder Wave is going to paralyze Kermit, which is not very good for Kermit, especially considering Togekiss is on the team. Air Slashes versus paralyzed Pokemon are very potent. Agnosia, the Electros, comes out, and Kermit is fully paralyzed, so it won't be able to move. It is a fire type, but now Terrakion comes in. Porthos, the Terrakion, and Agnosia might go for the Volt Switch. No, it goes for the U-turn actually instead. U-turn is going to allow it to switch out into Sock. Axe the Sock. Of course, a close combat will hit very hard, so it's likely we'll see Ribombee switch in. Indeed we do. Navi the Ribombee comes in to take what I presume will be a close combat. Indeed it is. Close combat hits, dealing 24% to Axe the Sock. Navi is going to have to be comfortable taking more of those though, so it does not want to take continued damage over time. In comes Ferrothorn, and the Moonblast is going to hit, only dealing 10% to Ferrothorn. Special attack drop occurs, but it's not going to really hit Ferrothorn that hard. Hidden Power, looks like Hidden Power Fire is going to hit 38% dealt to Chris the Ferrothorn, and there's those Stealth Rocks up on Fire Warrior's side, but Ferrothorn's going to have to be careful for another Hidden Power Fire. So in comes Dulce the Togekiss to take that Hidden Power Fire and threaten with Air Slash. Hidden Power now only going to do 9% to Dulce, who is pretty comfortable, especially with that Leftovers recovery, bringing it back up to 97%. So Navi switches out, and in comes Porthos the Terrakion. An Air Slash will do neutral damage. It looks like it's the Thunder Wave that's going to hit Porthos, so now 2 Pokemon on Fire Warriors team are paralyzed. Dulce is at 100%, and an air slash will be pretty bad. Looks like Terrakion still goes first, even though it's paralyzed, and Dulce goes for the air slash. It's going to do about 32%, but Dulce is pretty threatened, especially if it uses Stone Edge, so it's going to switch out into Exodent, the Cough Egregious. Indeed, it was Stone Edge, probably a choice Scarf Stone Edge, and it misses, so Cough Egregious is pretty comfortable. Hydreigon comes in, Ghidorah the Hydreigon. Will Edgar predict that switch? Shadow Ball hits, so not a predicted switch into Ghidorah, but still, Ghidorah is under 80% now. Frogadier comes in, now at 88%. And it looks like Exodent switches out into Dulce, who could again spam those air slashes because Kermit's paralyzed. But Electros is actually going to come in, Agnosia the Electros. And an Ice Beam is going to hit, changing Kermit's type to Ice. And Agnosia is going to take 20%. Yet another Ice Beam, only going to do 19% Agnosia, maybe vested. It is pretty bulky, it looks like. The Drain Punch is going to deal big damage, bringing it back up to 82%, so it's as if it didn't even get hit by that second Ice Punch. There's that Hydro Pump. Kermit going to be brought back into the Water type with Protean. It's only going to do 22% though, and once again Kermit can go for the Drain Punch. It's going to take down Agnosia can go for the Drain Punch. It's going to take down Kermit. That's the first Pokemon in this match to go down. The score is now 6-5. Edgar looking pretty comfortable with those rocks up. In comes Porthos. The Terrakion's now at 45%, and Cough Egregious is going to come in, Exodent, and Porthos is paralyzed again. Maybe going for the close combat. If it does, it might have to switch out. No, it looks like actually the Stealth Rock is the move that Exodent goes for, and a Shadow Ball is going to hit Porthos, dealing 30% and bringing its special defense down. It still can switch in on rocks one more time, so it switches out, and Spasmatism, the Porygon Z, comes in. This is going to be Fire Warrior's swan song. He definitely is going to want to set up that Z conversion, but actually it's just a straight up Shadow Ball. The 60% to Exodent. Exodent goes for the Haze, predicting that Z conversion, but the Z conversion wasn't used. It was a Shadow Ball. And Spasmatism goes for another Shadow Ball. It is going to hit, taking down Exodent, and the score is now 5-5. We might see Sokka come back in. Indeed we do. Axe the Sokka comes in, ready to fire off some close combats. Will Navi switch in again? Ribombee Navi comes in, and now at 51%. Will Edgar predict this switch? And the close combat takes it down to 27%, so Navi is able to take one more close combat at least. So Axe switches out into Nilus the Nihiligo. Of course, Nilus has really nice special defense, only taking 5% from that hidden power. And Hydreigon comes in. Nilus goes for the Sludge Wave. The Sludge Wave is going to do 38% to Ghidorah, the Hydreigon, and one more Sludge Wave takes it down. Score is now 5-4. That Beast Boost is going to raise special attack. Nihiligo is looking very threatening right now. Porthos comes in, but it's paralyzed. This looks like Nihiligo will be able to get another free Beast Boost, and indeed the Sludge Wave goes down. Nihiligo with yet another Beast Boost. Scores 5-3. This is looking like this could be the end game if Fire Warrior isn't able to bring out anything that could take on Nihiligo. Spasmatism comes out. Nihiligo does outspeed, so this has to be a choice Scarf Porygon Z, but it is not. It looks like Porygon Z goes down to the Sludge Wave. Or maybe it is, and maybe they're both scarfed. Nihiligo now having 3 special attack boosts, and Majin Buu, the Licky Licky, comes in. Of course, Licky Licky is pretty bulky. Sludge Wave will still take it down, though, and the score is 5-1 now, with Ribombee being the last one standing. With those rocks, it's going to almost be KO'd. Indeed, only at 2%, Rabambi is barely hanging on, with Nihiligo looking very tough against it, and the final Sludge Wave takes it down, and that is the match. It is a 5-0 victory for Edgar over Fire Warrior. That is the Canopy Black Egrets over Draco Warriors. Very strong performance by Edgar, showcasing Nihiligo and what it could do. I think he really wanted having those paralysis moments with those Pokemon. Getting Terrakion paralyzed and getting Frogadier paralyzed helped in Nihiligo being able to sweep later, just in case Terrakion was going to outspeed with a Scarf, let's say. Sock was looking really strong. If Navi went down, Sock could have really dealt a lot damage. But yeah, Nihiligo looking really strong with that Beast Boost. And so Edgar continues on with a score of 2-0. Fire Warrior still at 1-1, a good score to have so far. And we're looking at other Week 2 matchups coming up, so stay tuned for those. It's going to be a fun week for sure. Until next battle, this is Noel from Hypno Slumber Party, and I'll see you then.